do you mean?
Hi, my name is Benny Astridge and I'm a part of the Swamp People Nutrition Society. And I'm here to tell you, if you ever want to survive by a swamp, keep this in mind when eating the berries. Red and yellow kill a fellow, purple and blue good for you.
Hello, my name is Max Higgins and I am a swampologist, and I just wanted to comment on the recent events labelled Drain the Swamp, with lots of graphics of Donald Trump trying to drain the swamp. We're all concerned about the swamp getting drained, but I have to say this is quite a symbolic media release as we see an image of Donald Trump literally and figuratively draining the swamp. But what is he also doing? He's priming the pump, something that he said he came up with. It's an economic term, and it's a long-standing economic term, and Donald Trump did not come up with it.
How's this? My name is Tobias Cooper. I'm a professor of swamp psychology specialising in social stigma around swamps. I've been quite ingrained in the swamp culture for a while, and over the years I've come to realise that swamps are one of the most valuable ecosystems on Earth. You know, they act as giant sponges to moderate the effects of flooding, and saltwater swamps anchor coastal soils and sand. So how has the word swamp become so dirty? Why do we treat swamps as such a negative when they play such a vital role in preserving our landscapes? Why does the mind conjure up dark, uninhabitable places when we hear the word swamp? Why are people swamped by problems? The answer to all these questions lies in the ignorance and subsequent perception of these beautiful ecosystems. I want you to ask yourself, when have I actually seen a swamp, let alone been to one? You hear swamps are bad, and you simply have no other point of reference to contradict this information. All society knows of swamps are the mud, the mosquitoes, and the humidity. There's no media coverage on the amazing people that operate in the swamps, and the endless number of unique flora and fauna that live in the swamp. Hence, to solve this swamp problem, we need education. The Shrek franchise was pivotal in this education and this expansion of our point of reference. And the metaphor of the disillusioned ogre is easily extended to society's perception of the swamp. Further, following the release of 2012's comedy series The Swamp, Google searches of swamp jumped almost 300%. Every single search, no matter what the query was, helped decrease the systematic ignorance of the swamp. And this is what we need.
Hey Lulu, just dropping in to wish you a happy birthday. I'm so nervous about this. I've been thinking about this for weeks, I think. And, you know, what can I say? You're such an inspiration to everybody else in the field. You know, your work has done so much for everybody who's also interested in swamps. It's not that many people, but boy, you can really put a smile on a few people's faces with some work like that. I'll tell you that. Have a really good day.
Actually lacking research in this area currently.
So swamp architecture comes in many shapes and forms. You can often find swamp architecture built into swamps, like this one here. It's a well-known piece by a famous architect. But often that doesn't really work out as the house falls into the swamp. So ultimately you want to build on top of the swamp, like this one here. This is traditional swamp architecture from Louisiana. Not sure of the architect, I'm sure he's fantastic. As you can see, it's built on stilts above the swamp. Platform going straight out of the swamp, builds around the trees, using wood from the native area, perfect for the swamp. Also got this one here, a birdwatch tower built on a swamp, also very nice. Alternatively, concrete is a practical thing to be used in a swamp because of its durability and its sturdiness, as you won't have to do that many repairs and it'll stay there for a long time. However, the process of building a concrete building is very intensive and could take a while. However, I do think it looks nice. Ultimately, you want to build a house in a swamp that is used from local materials, so you don't have to be importing huge masses of materials from outside, and so that would be made of wood and maybe steel because it's light and easy to carry, and above the swamp and also sturdy. So this one here by La Plastriere, an Australian architect, I think is a good example of a piece of swamp architecture that's done very nicely. And as you can see, he's managed to have openings in the walls to allow you to connect to the outside, and it also, you can close it to stop all the nasty insects that exist in swamps, and ultimately have a really nice experience of living in a swamp.
Here in the swamps of Sydney, you get your Hawkesbury sandstone as your main geological feature. Made from sandstone over 1.3 billion years ago in the Antarctic. When this baby erodes, you get perfect sand for your beachy swamps. Happy birthday, Lou. Happy 21st. Swamp Talk with Hannah B.
Happy birthday, Lulu. I'm Ben Harris and I'm a leading carpenter of the swamps. I'm here to tell you about my favourite wood to use when throwing up a little shanty in the woods. The bald cypress. Perfect tree. It's very hard, it's water resistant and it doesn't rot. Perfect to use to throw up a little shack over your head and get a good night's sleep.
Okay. Hello, I'm Taylor Ireland, a leading swamp expert in political and social science, and today I'm going to be talking about sovereignty and varying cultures. Okay, so there's been extensive tensions between settlers and swamp land owners. An important distinction that is made in the literature on swamp sovereignty is between external sovereignty, defined as the mutual recognition from other nation states in the international system, and internal sovereignty, which refers to a swamp's authority over the entirety of its territory. While the quest for external sovereignty, characterised by the era of decolonisation, processes of globalisation, in conjunction with the enduring civil conflict and instability in many swamps of the post-colonial world, has given rise to the pressing set of contemporary questions around internal sovereignty. And while external sovereignty remains a salient issue in some Australian swamps, most notably in regional New South Wales and South Australia, our focus today should be on what we might term the crisis of internal sovereignty in post-colonial swampland in the context of globalisation, especially extractive resource capitalism, and the enduring legacies of colonialisation, not least of which is the creation of artificial political territories in defiance of the region's renowned cultural and ethno-linguistic diversity. This cultural diversity is not only played out in the sovereignty debate, but also through an anthropological perspective whereby there exists major tension between swamp communities as the international macro realm attempts to categorise them holistically, leading to ignorant stereotypes of swamp people. So today I will be showcasing a variety of swamp people with varying cultural symbols, norms, traditions, rituals, and ways of being. This is the Kajubi tribe.
Hello.
This is the Heagle tribe.
Hi.
And this is a member from the Lachlan Swamp.
Hello.
Okay, as you can see, these varying swamp cultures use different shades of camouflage to symbolize the different communities. They also, the different hats and glasses represent the geographical location and the pigment in their skin. And also the swamps closer to the cities, such as Lachlan Swamp in Centennial Park, wear ties.
For our 2021 collection, we have looked into swamp vibes, the next biggest thing. For this collection, we're inspired by nature, and our outfits encapsulate the grittiness and diversity of the swamp.
Okay, so for Swamp Fest, I originally thought I would do it in a swamp, but it's not going to be in a swamp because what if people drown and also it would be really smelly. So it's going to be around a swamp. So
the festival will start in the afternoon and then go into night, because I think, like, you want everyone to see the setup in the day and then it can go into dark, swampy vibes at night. So when you get to the festival, I don't actually have an idea of where it will be, but I'm just going to make up the location. So there's going to be a bridge that you have to go across to get to the actual festival, and below is going to be the swamp. So you're walking over the swamp to get to the festival, but it's going to be like a 10-minute walk to build up the excitement or whatever. And then you get to to where you give your tickets in, and there's going to be a judge at the ticket thing, and if your costume isn't good enough, they will turn you away. So only people with good costumes only, and only swamp vibe costumes. So if you get turned away, then you have to walk back across the bridge and see everyone going to the festival, and you'll be really sad. So you have to go all out with your costume. Okay, then once you get in, you get a drink, and it's like a swamp drink. It looks like a swamp. So it's going to be alcoholic. So it's going to be absinthe. Oh, wait, is that green? I think that's green. The green alcoholic drink. Yeah. Yeah. With green sour worms in them. Sour strings. So then that looks like algae, and the absinthe mixed with something else can be the swamp water. But they only get one because absinthe is too strong. Oh, and I feel like, okay, the swamp is going to be really big, so there's going to be different islands on the swamp. So the different islands are going to be the different stages for different types of music. I don't know what type of music swamp music is. That can be up to interpretation. But when you're going from different islands, the different stages, you can either float along in a little floaty, in a donut, or, oh my god, no. Everyone's gonna get a donut, and you tie it to the back of a boat, and you all float along to the different stage. So it's a continuous one, so you just have to keep hopping on. Okay, I just remembered that I said it wasn't going to be in a swamp, but now it is. So I'm just assuming that everyone can swim well, and no one is going to drown. So if you want a further explanation, let me know, and I'll give you one.
My name is Angus Watts, swamp movie extraordinaire, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Paul Ireland. I'm an expert in swamp stocks.
Welcome, fellow swampers. As you all probably know already, hats are essential to not only life, but to survive in the swamps. And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to talk you through my most essential hats and why they're going to help you survive and thrive in any swamp scenarios, no matter how unfortunate they are. So firstly, I'm going to bring out my good friend, the bull hat, or the longhorn hat, whatever you want to call it. It does the job either way. So this hat, main purpose, scare off those predators that you're going to run into the swamp, whether it's Shrek, or Fiona, or Donkey. Donkey I wouldn't say it's a predator, but some would consider it. This will just scare them right off, like, just look at that. I know you're scared just watching this. So it's essential for all swamp visits. If you're going in there, you need this hat. You cannot risk going in there without this hat because you could lose your life. And that is not a joke. This is full serious. So swampers, get this hat. or wear it. You do you. Secondly, I'm not in Shrek's house anymore. What happened? This is the camo hat. So this is essentially just camouflage yourself if you need to hide from someone that you don't like, or you just want to just not be seen. Anytime you're in a pickle, this is it. So if you don't have the bull hat, then this is essential, because if you run into a pickle with another Shrek or some crazy mo, you're going to have to wear this, because you will not be getting out alive. The swamps are a dangerous place, and you're going to need either one of them. So this is the camo hat, and it serves great purpose, and it saved me on many, many occasions. And then finally, don't know why I'm not at Shrek's house anymore. Oh, here I am. The yellow hat. So by far the most probably essential to survive is this hat. As we all know, it's a dangerous place for swamps. Like, I've had many, many dangerous situations. And this hat is like a beacon. So you put this on, you can be seen from 100 kilometers away without any fail. So one of the most tricky situations I've been in was recently, it was a couple of weeks ago. I was in the swamps and I actually got stuck in a swamp, and there was actually Shrek. He was meant to go home in 10 minutes and he didn't want me to be there. So I had to fucking put this hat on. Moments later, I was fine, because this hat and its sheer brightness saved me. And because of that, I'm standing here today. So yeah, you definitely need this hat. It's perfect for everything. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed all these beautiful hats. I can give you some for free and give you a discount code at swamptop.com.au. But otherwise, enjoy your day and keep swamping, swampers.
Hi, I'm Maya Webb, a biomedical scientist focused on swamp areas. The health of swamp people is of high concern at the moment with the outbreak of COVID-19, as these people do not have the immune systems capable of battling it. Thus, I'm currently promoting swamp people to be on the top of our vaccination lists. We need your help, everyone.
Hello, my name is Ruby Jackson and I'm an expert in swamp composition. That was a swamp soundscape I'm working on, which is all about putting the listener into a swamp through sound. I'm really passionate about immersive creative spaces. That's where the mushroom figures come in. Yeah, just letting loose, really. Swamps are magical places, you know, they're really mysterious, and what I like to do with the kids at school is really unpack those negative connotations that have been associated with swamps for as long as we know. Alrighty class, who's ready for SwampComp? So I'm getting the kids to participate in #SwampComp, which is all about finding positive instruments to create swamp sounds. Just like the old ukulele here, you know, we've got such a fun sounding instrument. As soon as it's untuned, it's quite unique actually. This could be a bit of a jump scare here, something like, what's that through the grass? You know, it's really effective.
For swamps in Australia are severely underfunded and under-legislated for. And I think a lot more is going towards the beaches and not the swamps. And I think the estuaries are the heart of this. Well, did you know that Lachlan Swamp in Centennial Parkland was Australia's first water source? Wow. The city's first water source, Lachlan Swamp. And yes, that's protected. Centennial Park. But that's the only swamp we know of in Sydney. How many just have gone under the rug, subject to these stereotypes?
Oh yeah.
Which perpetuate
stereotypes.
No, perpetuate their negative
imagery,
stigma. In the workplace, also
and at home.
Yeah, and in the micro level of home.
Yeah, the domestic sphere.
Yeah, which subjugates and socializes all
these norms.
These norms and ideas. And it'd be also interesting.
Go for a minute.
No, I feel like that's done.
Okay, sign out.
Cockatoo!